with front end and back end. For this project, I will only work with the back end. Everyone create the backend project and open it in the VS Code. Let me define my endpoint. So I will go create the urls.py file. Here from Django.urls import path, then from .views import star URL patterns is equal to, I need to define the endpoint path. Let me define the endpoint as students slash student. Students will be my view. So this is, what is this? This is my endpoint. Students is my endpoint. After this, I will come to the backend directory, backend urls.py file. Here I need to include the application level URLs, right? Include, let me give the URL as API slash. As you know, for our API URLs, we should never give empty route name. So we need to give, I am giving API slash as my API path. This is not my endpoint, it is just my API. This is not the endpoint. Comma include student. What is the application name? Student. Student API.urls. After this, come to the 1 minute. Something happened to my VS.py file. Define the students view. Def students request return. We need to return the HTTP response from Django.http import HTTP response. So return HTTP response. Return HTTP response. Let me return the response as hello. For now, let me return the response as hello. Run the server. Run server. Type the URL slash API slash students. Yes, you are able to get help. Everyone come. Let me go to models.py file. Let me define my model, student model, class student. models.model. Then name equal to models.char field, max length equal to 25. Then roll number all equal to models.integer field, then course, let me take course equal to models.char field, max length equal to 25. After this, what we need to do? We need to apply the migration. Kill the server and apply the migrations. After defining the model, kill the server and apply migrations. Make migrations and migrate. Comma roll equal to 1, comma course equal to Django. Object created. Like this, everyone create at least 5 records. Level url.py file. Yes, Navjot. Venkatesh, have you created the model? Model creation, is it done? Then after creating the model, open your shell and create 5 records. Create 5 records in your shell. Open the shell and create 5 records, everyone. Yes, Subhalakshmi, correct. Python manage.py shell. Can I send this model instance directly to ended? No, it is not the proper way. What we need to do, we need to convert this model instance to Python data. First step is to convert the model instances to model instance to Python data. So how can I perform this one? To convert model instance to Python data, I require now George, first of all I need to create my serializer. I require my serializer. Who is going to provide me with the serializer? The Django REST framework, which needs to be installed. The DRF is going to provide me with all the tools, the serializer, the renderer, parser, everything. So first of all, I need to install the DRF. Let me kill the server and install the DRF with install Django REST framework. Pip install Django REST framework. You need to install the DRF. After installing DRF, what you need to do? You need to go to the settings.py file and you need to register the application. Application your DRF library is going to provide. What application? The REST framework application. REST underscore framework. You need to install the REST framework application. You need to install the REST framework application. Install Django REST framework and register the REST framework application. After this, what I will do, I will create my serializer.py file in the student serializer. Yes, Subbalakshmi, share the screen. You are not able to install student underscore API dot models import student. Have you applied migration? Go to the database. Go to the database and show me first. Roll number, course. It has scroll it down. Terminal. Scroll it down slowly. Fine. Go down. Indentation error. Type it properly. It is showing indentation error. From student API dot models import student. No indentation, nothing. Enter. Now type it. Don't use any shortcut. Type it from beginning, from student underscore API dot models. Import student. Enter. Yeah, now it is proper. See, execute quickly, Subbalakshmi. Next, we need to create our serializer. Go to the student API. Inside that, create serializer.py file. Serializer.py file. So here we are going to first ma'am created 5 records from then what to do. So you need to install the Django REST framework. Venkatesh, you need to install the Django REST framework. Quickly pip install Django REST framework. Then go to settings.py file and register the REST framework application. Subbalakshmi, want me to check once again? Share the screen. 2 minutes, Namrata. I need to add this directory in the templates, not templates. No templates, Priyanka. There is no templates folder. Okay, fine. Views.py file, Namrata. No serializer. Don't copy it up, everyone. You need not copy down. Class serializer dot serializers dot serializer. You were using the serializer class, the basic serializer, the base serializer class you were using. Using the base serializer class, you created your serializer. So when you use the base serializer, what you need to do, you need to specify what and all fields need to be converted from model instance to Python data. What all fields need to be converted from model instance to Python data, you need to specify. Serializer.integers field, read only equal to true. Read only equal to true. Then after this we have our name, serializers.char field. Then roll number we have, roll equal to serializers.integer field. Then I have course, serializers.char field. I need to specify inside my serializer class, I need to specify what and all fields need to be converted from model instance to Python data. What else I need to specify? So whenever we need to perform create or update operation, we need to have our create and update method inside the serializer. Inside the serializer class, I need to implement my create and update method. So def I need to give student dot student. I need to import the model from dot model import student. So here I need to give student dot objects dot create, and I need to implement my update method also. I need to write the logic for the update method also. Instance dot name equal to validated data dot get name, comma, instance dot name, then instance dot role equal to validated data dot get role, comma, instance dot role, then instance dot course equal to validated data dot get course, then instance dot course. After performing the update operation, you need to return the instance. So complete update method and create method you need to manually implement. So when you are using your base serializer, what is happening? You need to specify inside the class, you need to specify what and all methods, what and all fields need to be converted from model instance to Python data. You need to implement the create method as well as the update method. Everything you need to manually specify. The fields you need to manually specify, the create and update implementation you manually need to write the logic, everything. But we have one more class. The serializer module is going to provide you with one more class. The serializer module is going to provide you with one more class. What is that? That is your model serializer. Class student serializer. Student serializer is going to inherit the properties from a class by the name model serializer. Where is this model serializer present? It is present in the serializers class. Inside the serializers module is going to provide you with two classes. One is the serializer class and the model serializers. So two things it is going to provide: model serializer and the serializer. In your to-do project, I have showed it for the serializer. When you go with the base serializer class, you need to specify what and all fields need to be converted from model instance to Python data. You need to write the create and update methods manually. But when it comes to your model serializer, create and update operations are automatically implemented. See here, a set of default fields are automatically populated. You need not specify each and every field. Like here, how we are specifying each and every field, that what fields need to be converted. Like this, manually you need not specify anything. Validation is also done automatically, and default create and update are implementations are provided. Default create and update implementations are provided. It is an upgraded version of your serializer class. In the serializer class, manually everything you need to specify. But when you are making use of your model serializer, everything is handled automatically by the model serializer itself. You need not write the logic for your create method, logic for the update method. Everything automatically is handled by the model serializer itself. Then inside the class, what you need to do? inside your student serializer, what you need to give? You need to create an inner class. You need to create an inner class by the name meta. You need to take an inner class by the name meta, class meta, and inside this inner class you need to specify for which model you are creating the serializer. Model equal to student is my model name, and what and all fields need to be included. fields fields equal to underscore all underscore. Now what is this meta? Meta is an inner class. Meta is an inner class used to configure the serializer. We need to create an inner class meta. We need to create inner class meta to configure the serializer. To configure the serializer. To configure the serializer, we need to create a class meta. What it is going to tell? It is going to tell the DRF which model to use. Which model you have to convert it from the model instance to Python data, and which fields to include. It is going to tell the serializer which model to use and which fields need to be included. Tells DRF which model to use and which fields to include. Which fields to include. So here what I am telling, which model to use? The student model. For the student model you need to create the serializer. Which fields to include? All the fields. Double underscore all double underscore means that it has to include all the fields. What it has to do? It has to include all the fields. Instead of us specifying each and everything, ID, name, roll number, course, what we have done? We have given it as double underscore all double underscore. So it is a shortcut to tell that you need to include all the fields present in the model, present in my student model. Connect the serializer to the student model. DRF, it is going to automatically create the fields. So here, as I have given ID equal to name equal to roll number, course, manually I am creating the serializer fields. But here automatically the DRF is only going to create the fields based upon the model. Based upon the model, it is going to create all the fields. Double underscore all double underscore, what it is going to do? It is going to include all the model fields in the serializer. It is going to include all the models in the serializer. Lines of code over here, around 12 to 14 lines. Here just 3 lines. Model serializer is an advanced version of serializer where everything is automatic. You need not implement. What now, Jyot? Data about data. Like this here, meta class, what it is doing? It is an inner class. It is an inner class used to configure your serializer. Create the serializer, everyone. Serializer class. Serializer can only convert one model instance to Python data at a time. Now I want to convert multiple model instance to Python data. Correct now, Jyot. I need to pass many equal to true. Many equal to true. I need to pass many equal to true. Now what I will be able to get? I will be able to get the serializer data. From serializer data, what I want? I want the Python data. So Python data equal to serializer.data. Serializer.data, it is going to return you the Python data. After getting the Python data, what you need to do? You need to convert the Python data to Python data to JSON data. How do you convert Python data to JSON data? Using your JSON renderer. So from REST framework dot renders import JSON renderer. So JSON data equal to JSON renderer dot render. You need to pass Python data to the render function. Now what you will be able to get? You will be able to get the JSON data. So return HTTP response JSON data. Return HTTP response JSON data. Let me run the server. Yes, I am able to get the JSON response. The JSON response is ready to be sent to the front end. Do it everyone. After this, I am going to explain you one more new concept. In each and every conversion. Actually, in whatever the things we have done in our to-do project, to-do API project, we have done everything manually. Each and every conversion. From the bytecode to the text format object, from the text format object to the Python data, each and every step in detail we are doing manually. But we have our Django REST framework. Which is going to do most of the things automatically. Still, we are not using that DRF. Whatever the features the DRF has, those features I have not yet implemented those. Now let me implement those features of DRF and show you the things. In this project, everything, the shortcuts I will be explaining. Using the DRF, how we can do the conversions automatically. Manually, you need not perform each and every step. We are going to make use of the features of the DRF and do the things automatically. The first feature is here I am converting my Python data to JSON data manually by using the JSON renderer. Now what I will do? I will convert this normal view. What is this? This is a normal view. This normal view into a DRF view. I am going to convert this normal view into a DRF view using our API view. I have a decorator by the name API view. API view decorator, I am going to use it and convert this normal view into DRF view. Let me first import the decorator from REST framework dot decorators. Import API view. From REST framework dot decorators, import API view. Now here I need to make use of this API view decorator. What is this API view decorator? API view, it is a decorator provided by the REST framework, which is used to convert a normal Django function into an API view. It is going to convert a normal Django function into an API view. It is going to handle the API request. When I convert a normal view into an API view, I need not manually convert automatically. Automatically, it is going to convert JSON into Python data into JSON automatically. Automatically all those conversions will be handled by the TRF itself. We need not manually perform each and every conversion. API view is a decorator used to convert a function, normal view into an API view. API view is a decorator. Is a decorator provided by DRF used to convert normal Django view function into API view that can handle the HTTP request and return JSON responses and return JSON responses. Now, one more thing you need to remember, that whenever you are going to make use of API view, whenever you are converting the view in normal view into API view, you cannot make use of HTTP response class to send the response. You need to use response function. You need to make use of the response function. So where is this response present? You need to import that one also. From the REST framework, you need to import that. From REST framework dot response, import response. You need to make use of the response class to send the response. So what you need to remember? You need to remember that whenever you are converting a normal view into API view using the API view decorator, you need to send the response using the response class. You cannot send the response using the HTTP response class. You need to send the response through the response class. So return comment down the previous response, or else you can remove it. Return response. As I told you, we need not do the conversions manually. We need not do the conversion from Python data to JSON data manually. So directly I will pass the Python data. Internally it is going to convert into JSON. We are passing Python data to response class. But internally it is going to convert. It will be converted. It will get converted internally it is going to get converted to JSON data. Internally it is going to convert it into JSON. We can pass the Python data directly. We need not do the conversion. Manually. And here for the API view decorator, you need to pass in which method you are going to you are creating the decorator, you are creating the API view for which HTTP request method. You need to specify for which request method you are creating the API view decorator. Yes, can you tell me everyone for which request method I am creating the API view decorator? Yes, Naveen, correct. For the get HTTP method, I am creating the decorator. Why? My operation is read operation. Whenever it is read operation, the request method will be get. So I am creating the API view decorator in the get method. My request method will be get. I have created the API view decorator for the get method HTTP request. The request method will be get. Now, when I open the browser, I am going to get my DRF interface. I will get the DRF interface. Let me type the API / students. I am going to get my DRF interface. See, Django REST framework interface. Django REST framework interface I am going to get. So here what I have sent the Python data. But here what I am able to get, the response is JSON data. I am able to get the JSON data as the response. I am able to get JSON data as the response. Double quotes. Everything is in double quotes. It is not in single quotes. It is in double quotes. That means this is JSON data. Internally, it got converted to JSON data, and you will be able to get the DRF DRF interface. So this is not the normal browser. This is the DRF browser. Execute everyone, properly copied